What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, Millionaire Favor, and in this video, I just want to talk about setting goals. That's what just came to my mind. I did not prepare for this video. I did not make a script. I am just talking out of my head. Setting goals, right? Before I started my journey to success, in other words, before I started this journey to achieving a certain goal of mine, which in other words is defined as success, I did not have goals. At least I didn't even think about it. And I remember when I was young in high school, when my teacher always spoke about having short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals and stuff. And it sounded interesting, but as I grew up, it kind of just wandered away from my mind. So I want to reiterate, whatever the English is. I forgot to pronounce it. I wanted to just hop on here and just say this for somebody out there in the world that this information might find very helpful. So please, I need you to listen to me very closely, because if you do not have a goal, this video might just somehow be valuable to you. There is somebody out there, might be you watching this video, that this video is so important to. Even before you watch this video, you might think this video is just blah, but when you jump into it, you might find some valuable content. With that being said, what is a goal? In my opinion, I think a goal is something that you deeply desire, something that you really want, right? And you set out towards it. And in my experience, I have also seen and learned that people set goals they underestimate themselves. They underestimate what they can achieve. They want something, but they feel like that thing which they think they want is too far away from them. They feel like this thing that they deeply desire on the inside is some kind of far away dream that only exists when they close their eyes and go to bed. And they feel like it will never happen. Whereas the contrary is very true. The truth is, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. One thing I have also learned with people is the fact that people don't set the right type of goals, right? And also, people don't set goals at all. Picture a ship on water, right? 99% of the time, a ship has a destination to sail to. I love this. I love saying this so much, man, because it makes so much sense. A ship has a destination to sail to, right? It has a course. It has a place. And on this ship, there is a captain in the cabin directing the ship to where the ship is supposed to be sailed to, the port, the point of contact, this place that this ship is supposed to arrive at, right? And when the ship leaves the port that it was based on, it follows this destination, and the captain drives or controls the ship with the destination, with the course, with the map. And because it has a destination, it arrives at the location, right? Somebody once told me, actually Earl Nightingale told me, I learned from Earl Nightingale, we as humans, we are like just ships. We just are like ships, right? Because if we as humans don't have a destination, a point of contact, a map, which in other words, in this conversation, in this topic, a map being a goal. If we as humans do not have a goal, gosh, that's beautiful, M3. Sorry, I love cars. If we as humans don't have a goal, right, we are not going to arrive at any destination. Now let's go back to the ship for a minute, right? I want you to come with me on this journey and imagine this. So a ship has a destination to sail to, right? And because it has a destination to sail to, it's going to arrive at its destination. So now what happens if a ship does not have a destination to sail to? without a destination, but there is a captain on the ship, right? Matter of fact, let's say there is no captain on the ship. We just turn on the ship and say, hey, ship, set sail. You know, we put this ship in one direction and just say set sail without giving a course, without giving it any type of instructions. What do you think will happen to this ship over time? I can guarantee you 100% of the time that this ship will either arrive at a deserted island, or it's just gonna stop moving and be stuck in the middle of the ocean, because it might run out of gas, it might crash into another boat, it might sink, it might get shipwrecked. Now, let's go back to the illustrations of us humans, right? Do you know that a lot of people live their lives like a ship without a course, without a destination? Now, why do you think people have problems in their life? Now, don't get me wrong, problems are okay. But what I'm trying to say is that why do you think people keep living a life of repetition and a life without a purpose? A life of without knowing what to do next. A life of what am I going to do? Where am I going? The funny thing is people don't even ask themselves that question. And I'm sorry if I keep, getting on my face. I'm driving, that's why. I don't really know where the camera is facing. So people live their life like a life of I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just going with the flow. Which some people find it okay. But what I am trying to accomplish here is to open your eyes to the bigger picture. What if you live your life with purpose? People live their life like they are not in control of their life. Look at me holding the steering wheel, right? I'm driving this car, and I'm holding the steering wheel, driving this car, and I'm literally in control of this car. This car goes exactly where I want it to go. The only way this car wouldn't go where I want it to go is if, God forbid, technical difficulties, which I pray will never happen, hopefully. The only way this car will ever go out of control is if I just, for some reason, get my hands off the wheel and just let this car wander off to the edge of the road and, God forbid, crash. Do you know people live their lives like that? And when things happen to them, they ask themselves, man, why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? I've been good. I pay my tithes. I pay my taxes. I've been good. You see, things are happening to you because you most likely do not have a destination. Now, I am not trying to say that if you have a destination, things will not happen to you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to restate this. If you do have a destination and a goal, things will also happen to you. As a matter of fact, I think things will happen to you more. But you see, the difference is that if you have a destination to sail to, things will happen to you, but you are in control. And when you are in control and you know where you're going, you get this feeling of confidence. You get this feeling of comfort, abiding comfort. You get this feeling of, I don't give a fuck what happens to me right now because I know exactly where I am going to arrive. So when things happen to you, you brush it up and dust it off like it's nothing, because as a matter of fact, it is nothing, because you know the outcome of what is going to happen in your life. Because why? You are in control. So when things happen to you, you're like, okay, this happens to me. All I just got to do is just fix it and head on back, keep it going where I'm going. But you see, if you don't have a goal and things happen to you, right? Guess what happens? You get confused. You start to worry. Oh my gosh, man, what am I going to do? You start to lose control. You lose poise. You lose sense of character. You lose enthusiasm. You lose confidence. You lose self-esteem. And then before you know, you're going to find yourself sinking into a dirty, deep rut. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is be a human with purpose. I don't want to make this video too long, right? All I just want to say is, guys, set a goal for yourself. Set a goal that you want. I want you to see, one thing I did, let me open up a little bit. One thing I did with myself a couple of years ago when I first started my journey to success was that I set goals that I thought I wanted, but it was only because that's what I wanted because I was influenced by what other people wanted. I was influenced by other people's opinion and what I was seeing other people doing. And I'm like, that looks cool. I want it for myself. And I thought I wanted it, but as I started this journey, right, to accomplish my own goals, right, it hit me and I'm like, I don't really give a fuck about this. Yes, I want to be rich. Yes, I want to have a Ferrari. But that's not really how I want to live my life. How I want to live my life is way beyond this. And then I stopped doing that and I said, you know what? This is exactly how I imagine myself living. And the greatest gift that God has blessed us as humans, right, is the gift of the imagination. I want you to listen to me. The greatest gift that you have watching this video is your imagination. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, I'm getting chills saying this. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, I know you're hearing me, but I want you to feel me. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. If you have an imagination of how you want to live your life, you can live it and you can achieve it. The one thing is that people imagine something, but they never set it as goals. They leave it as a dream far beyond human expectation. But what I want you to do is to take that imagination, write it down on a sheet of paper, and say, this is how I imagine myself. And whatever my mind can conceive and believe, I will achieve. And guess what? Within due time, you set that imagination as a goal. I promise you, from the deepest part of my heart, that imagination will come into reality only if you set that imagination as a goal and you hold your life like I'm holding the steering wheel right here and be in control. So when bad things happen to you, you don't give a fuck. You're like, I'm in control. I know exactly where I'm going and I'm going to arrive. So yeah, guys, this has been your boy Millionaire Favor. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a whole lot more longer than I expected it to be, but that really came from my heart. And I know somebody out there will find this video very, very helpful. Now, with that being said, I want you guys to know that you are loved and you are precious. And if nobody is ever telling you this, you are blessed and you're awesome, you're beautiful. And Happy New Year's. Actually, Happy Merry Christmas. It's December 14th over here. And I love you and have a great day. Peace.